So they're talking about stimulating the ends of the vagus nerves that they terminate in the air with electrical power, and that it has positive therapeutic effects according to studies that have proven it. Um, I This sounds a little like it doesn't sound solid to me. Just the type of words used, like it's been proven and things like that. It kind of seems sketchy to me. But my actual objection or question right now would be, why would sending a signal, like a nerve, is like a cord, the rubber that goes around a bunch of wires, but sending an electrical signal along one, well, that's not the perfect analogy. Well, it can be. Um, yeah, like in your walls, you have cords that have rubber that goes around three different wires or four sometimes, and there are different signals being sent along those wires, independent of each other. So, and that's how neurons are. You're gonna get the signal that goes through. It's just a long cable. Why would touching the ear have anything to do with any of the other stuff? Um, the only thing I can think is at the end of it, if it terminates on the other side in the right place. Because you think about it, there's no evolutionary reason for your ears to have that sensitivity to electricity. So it'd have to be some accident of the way things are wired. So, I mean, maybe I'm too quick to say that. I can't think of. I don't know much biology, but I can't think of mammals right now that use electricity on ears. Maybe there is something, but anyway. So when it terminates in the brain, wherever it does, uh, it, if if the electrical signal is strong enough, it's possible that it could activate neighboring neurons. So, it just seems so haphazard to me. Why why would you randomly It seems no better than randomly stimulating some other things. Why would a signal along the vagus nerve have anything to do with positive therapeutic effects? Okay, it's not the only nerve that goes to your heart. Um, so it could be a specialized grouping of neuronal correct connections that all have a similar function. Like when maybe it's supposed to signal health or happiness, like just health, I guess, that things are running smoothly. Um, Honestly, these tricks, they just seem so flimsy to me. Because what if there is a positive effect? In other words, maybe it decreases stress, which kind of makes everything worse in your body. But what if it decreases stress, and that's where the positive therapeutic effects come from? But that's only because it is lying to your brain. It is. What if there is something in your heart or whatever else the vagus nerve touches that uh, signals irregularities in your environment, instability, that would make it evolutionary fit for you to be stressed? What if that existed? I don't know. It seems random. It seems like bloodletting or some other random thing, where maybe in some studies it was conditionally found to be true, but it's because there weren't enough studies or something. But I don't know, it just seems too random to me. It seems like a cheap trick. Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep listening. Okay, yeah, 63 minutes now, and yeah, he's definitely talking about what I thought it could be. Um, yeah, so it is definitely about chronic stress and inflammation, and yeah, I think that it's both important to find a way to relax, but it's also important to figure out where the stress is coming from and build stress tolerance naturally. I think it's I think it is foolish to just go straight to uh, fixing the symptoms instead of analyzing what the cause is. Our world is complicated. You've got like social media and all kinds of stuff that just maybe it's pointless and all it does is increase chronic stress, in which case it would be very helpful to have opposing forces to, even if it's artificial, just tune it down a little bit. But I do not think that the chronic stress that modern people are feeling, I do not think that it's unique or pointless. There's a strong, I have a strong feeling that that our environment isn't that different from civilizations in the past, because we see the same types of effects happening at the end of other civilizations. So that's kind of vague, but that's kind of on purpose. I don't want to go into it. Anyway, so what I'm saying is bad, like things we think of as totally haywire and wrong in the body they might be actually important evolutionary signals. And I know there are accidents in the body. I know it's not hyper well engineered, but it's I think you also have to be careful about just covering it with dirt and calling it good. Well, maybe I'll just give a simple example. Our diets have become a lot more diverse and high in sugars, and that promotes chronic stress as well. It causes inflammation, and so if you have that on one hand, and we eat way more sugar than our grandparents did, but if you have that on one hand, it's possible that by artificially saying shut up to the sympathetic nervous system, that its tolerance, like its bias, will change until we depend on the artificial stimulation of the vagus nerve in order to maintain a normal level of chronic stress. And if we don't have it, then the signals from the sympathetic nervous system are amplified to a point where you can't live with it. Like, that could be something. So I don't, and the real solution is stop eating sugar so much. So yeah, I'm nervous about, this type of, like, so great electrical signals. That's how your neurons operate. So you basically found a cool way to lie to your body. That's all this is. So anyway, if your body is wired to destroy you, then you would want to lie to it. But I think that is not the first assumption you should make. So anyway, back to the recording or the podcast.